6ix9ine did an interview with the Denzer Project, and during this interview, they asked him about Fat Joe comments about him, and he proceeded to expose Fat Joe. And we're gonna cover it in this video, and even do like a deep.
But yeah, Chef. Yeah, I see we on this Jala. Look, this channel about to stay only for reactions. If y'all like the gaming and slide on the C2 clutch, I'm gonna see if I leave the video in the middle of the video so y'all can see which channels I'm talking about.
Deep dive into the accusations, because I fact checked what 6ix9ine said, and it's 100% true.
Fat Joe said that.
Fat Joe's a lean back.
Yo, one thing I would say, bro, this man 6ix9ine told, but bro, I can't even say it because I don't know. Yeah, I don't think it's been a minute. But bro, this man funny. This man funny. Y'all know what I'm trying to. Bro, this man funny, bro.
We've been leaning back for 20 years.
He said you crowned yourself the rat leader and you wrote the 48 Laws of Snitching.
Let's pause here real quick and go back to what Fat Joe has been saying about 6ix9ine over the years. Because Fat Joe has been relentless on 6ix9ine over the years. We got statements from like 2-3 years ago on Math Hoffa of him calling 6ix9ine out of his name. And we got statements from as recently as like last month of Fat Joe going off on 6ix9ine. So 6ix9ine is like what? A top 3, top 4? Like biggest rat in hip hop history. Who? Like if you consider Apple, is Apple a hip hop figure?
Nah, I think
culture, I would
it
say.
might be 6ix9ine,
is
bro.
probably the most famous rat in hip hop history.
Yeah.
Okay, so whenever we think about ratting, especially in this new age when it comes
You
to
think about
hip-hop,
6ix9ine.
we think about 6ix9ine.
Facts.
Now when Fat Joe was on Math Hoffa, Fat Joe called 6ix9ine a P, called 6ix9ine a B. And his frustration, though, actually came because he warned 6ix9ine about the RICO and what was going to happen. But 6ix9ine never took his advice and then went all bad once he got into the situation.
This show gonna get me in trouble. For sure. I gotta go.
After warning Tekashi. Because I saw it when you sat with him. And I was like, Joe is trying to put him on right now. And
I'm gonna just be honest with you. Damn, you went there?
Yeah, I went there.
This is a sucker. He's a sucker.
Talk, let me go. I'm coming up about it.
I ain't drink. I'm dead sober. No, I'm dead sober. This dude here, this type of shit, this doing, I'm convinced he wanna die. I don't wish it on him or nothing like that, but I'm convinced he's miserable in his body. He can't look in the mirror. Nah, I don't know if he gotta be. So now the man snitch, right? Cool, do you or whatever. I don't like the taunting. I try to tell him, like, what happens? Like, yo, bro, listen, I didn't know if he really did it. I didn't know what was going on. This crazy shit is when I talked to him in that interview, I talked to him off the air, and he lied to me and told me, yo, this is just an image, I'm fronting this and this and that. He told me that in front of Shotty and them. They were standing right there with him.
He said, what?
Joe, he told me that he was lying.
He's an image.
Yo, Joe, I'm not really doing this. I'm not a gangster. You know, this is all for, like, promotion. I got it. At that point, I said, so you're not doing that because you're going to go to jail if you're really doing stuff.
Right.
Nah, Joe, I don't do nothing. I'm good. So I'm like, all right.
I'm not 40. I'm not even 30 yet, okay? But I would imagine once you get to age 40, you start to value tranquility and peace. And if peace is your focus, now I understand he was asked this question, so I guess you kind of got to answer. But bro, I'm not talking about nobody snitching in no interviews, bro. All right, like, I'm not calling somebody out their name. I'm not dissing him.
Yeah, I go for like, bro, if you get to that age, bro, you should just be grateful God let you get to that age, man. Like, ain't like worrying about 6ix9ine snitching. Gang, when I'm 40, bro, I'm gonna be, bro, God, thank you for everything you ever gave me, bro. But by the time I'm 40, I might get millions, I might get trillions, I might get quadrillions. The last thing I'm gonna be worried is about 6ix9ine, bro. And the biggest rapper, like, bro, come on, gang. I got money to chase, bro. Come on, man. 40?
And he didn't snitch on nobody I know. He snitched on some dudes who I told him in front of them what was gonna happen, and they still kept him around. All right? But Fat Joe apparently is like the prime minister of hip hop now. He is so anti-rat, that's his stance. That's the stance that he's taken. So that's what Fat Joe is currently on. Now, that was years ago though. As of lately, now after that, like I think Tekashi kind of dissed him in a couple other interviews after that. But as of lately, like a month ago, Fat Joe brought up the topic of snitching. Now he would tell Jadakiss this was a topic that he set up at night thinking about because he needed a good topic to discuss. And he thought a good topic to discuss was who started the snitching epidemic in hip hop. And he would say it was 6ix9ine.
Imagine being...
Bro, my ad blocker not working, bro. What's the word? Yo, why they not thinking about like what's the biggest, like what he said though? What Flock was saying?
Yo, what's the event in hip hop that broke the
about because he needed a good topic to discuss. And he thought a good topic to discuss was who started the snitching epidemic in hip hop.
How about like who started making money? How can you make more money than, bro? You get what I'm trying to say, bro? It's different priorities,
what's the event
bro.
in hip hop that broke
You
the camel's
40,
back?
bro.
Pause. To make it to where you can snitch, and if you make good music or something, you can still live out here in hip hop. Like what was the straw that broke the camel's back in hip hop? Where
Yo, didn't they say he snitched, bro?
Had a code, and there is no code no more. There just isn't no code no more. And what do you think is the event that I remember growing up? Even if you was fronting, You wasn't a real gangster, but you was spitting gangster rap. You wasn't with the rats like that. Right now, this
too many of them
sold out concerts.
I don't think you can escape them. They're all around. They're like New York City rats. Humans. It's rats everywhere. And everywhere is everything, you know.
Too many Fredos, not enough Michaels.
That's a fact.
You know, some of these guys got to take a boat ride, never come back. Sammy the Bull is the most famous rat on the earth. Sammy the Bull. Then you came Alpo. Guy everybody looked up to, charismatic, Harlem Fly, Louis Vuitton, this, that, Toe. He did that, right?
Shout out to Wayne Perry and Wayne Perry Jr.
Then, in hip-hop, the day 6ix9ine sat on that stand. Man. You remember, if you're watching the story, they taking him to court in bulletproof vests. They acted like he was selling on El Chapo. He put a lot of good people in jail, man.
Facts.
No,
we got to put him away till his time.
Yo, Rich.
My feeling is going to get close.
You feeling
I feel his time is coming. I feel his time is going to be soon, though.
You don't need a lot.
He did put a lot of people in jail, though. I ain't gonna lie, 6ix9ine, bro. But he's funny, bro.
He gave guys 20 years in jail. All the guys he was like,
he told.
He fucked my wife over. He did
funny,
that
though,
nothing.
bro. He's a funny
There's
nigga,
a man that works in a bodega that never been a criminal in his life, see some shit, he won't tell.
Before we hear from 6ix9ine, my question to that would be, what does that have to do with the music? Now, 6ix9ine stopped making good music, right? 6ix9ine music is trash. I do think 6ix9ine music was for an era. He made really good music at a point. Right now, bro, 6ix9ine...
Yeah, he wasn't a gunner. He wasn't a gunner.
Even the snippets he dropped, the songs he dropped, they not hitting, bro.
Yeah, he wasn't a gunner. He wasn't a gunner.
Musically. But what does that have to do with the music, right? When 90% of hip-hop's consumers aren't from the streets. 90% probably ain't never been from the streets. I think y'all overestimate how many people truly grew up in the streets, even among, let's say, the black fans, right? The black consumers. I think y'all overestimate how many black people live or grew up in the hood.
Nah, facts,
right?
though. Bro, and not even that, though. Y'all underestimate us, bro. Not everybody from the hood is a street nigga, bro. Like, you get what I mean? Bro, I know niggas that never put on a ski a day in their life. They never did no bad shit a day in their life. They lived just in the hood, bro. There was good students. There was good kids. Like, you know what I mean, bro? It's a small percentage, bro. Not everybody is out here killing each other, bro. Because then it would have been way more deaths than it is, bro. You get what I mean? But
black folks grew up outside the hood than in the hood. That's just a fact. So nah, bro. If we ain't street dudes, the code of the streets don't apply to us, bro, then why would it apply in hip hop and the music? Yo, go to any rap.
Nah, it does though, cause hip hop comes from that, bro. But nowadays there's no morals, no rules, no nothing. So people just riot and go about their day. But you know, I don't know, bro.
So you want to go to this year? Go to the biggest rap concerts this year. 70% is non-black. Probably 80 to 90% is non-black. If we be 100% honest, bro, depending on who the artist is. Go to a Drake concert. 90% of the people there are not black.
Go to a UK concert. The UK drillers, bro. Majority of the crowd is white people there. Yeah, it's facts. It's facts.
I feel like that shouldn't matter at all, right? But that's his complaints against 6ix9ine. He blames 6ix9ine for kind of taking away all the rules. Well, 6ix9ine responded, and probably the best way to respond back when you indeed did rap. Like most of these dudes would just deny it, but 6ix9ine told, like in clear as day, on the stand, pointing finger in 4K. So he responded in the best way possible, which was pointing out the hypocrisy. Facto was talking that real Igga stuff. He's talking that man code and honor, morals and ethics, integrity and principles. Well, 6ix9ine kind of ripped that apart and kind of revealed how he can't talk about integrity, morals, and principles.
If I crown myself the rat leader, he crowned himself as the cap leader. He didn't rob no 50 at no gym. Yo, bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Which one's my camera? That one? Yeah. This one? That one? Yeah, Fat Joe, you're a like you're. I'm not gonna lie, you're a captain of the cap. Like nobody believe. Even your co-host, who's Jada Kids, don't believe you. Every time you say a cap, that like, like. But like I said, you gonna go.
Flag, like flag on the play.
And my next song, I even say, I be spitting so much facts that I make jokes to distract me. That's the next bar in my song. Don't like the truth, so y'all make jokes to distract me.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie though. Y'all can say whatever, bro, but he be telling the truth. One thing about a rap, bro, they tell the truth, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's why they a rap. Gang, bro, I would have been, of course I ain't scared of nobody though, but I would have watched out more for 6ix9ine than Fat Joe, gang. Like, let's be honest. Come on, gang. Like, let's be honest, bro. Y'all see 6ix9ine on the street, bro. You might think he's a crash out because he's a rat. He got the jigs on his side. He might. Fat Joe
don't like the truth, so y'all make jokes to distract me. We know this lying, right? All right, yo, listen to me.
But there's a lot of people that say he ain't lying.
He ain't lying? All right, which one's my camera? If Fat Joe is not lying, the next person on the Dance Project, bring Big Pun's son. Bring Big Pun's son on the Dance Project. Welcome back. Welcome back, y'all. Let's skip this clip. Watch when he see this clip, he gonna hit up, yo.
Yo, gay. This nigga is funny, bro. If you watch, I watched some clips on the interview. Yo, he proves this point, and then he be like, "Welcome back, y'all." Yo, on the Vlad interview, you were like, bro, it's the facts. They gonna skip the facts. Yo, Vlad, have I lied to you? How many hours has it been? 2 hours? Have I lied to you? Yo, Vlad. But they gonna be like, nah, it's too much facts, bro. He's spitting too much facts, bro. It's the facts, bro. He's here for the facts, man.
Yo, Chris, don't do that. How much money you need? Out of here.
Welcome back, y'all.
Let's talk about it.
You just said a lot.
Break Big Pun's son, even on the verses. Remember we was facing Ja Rule?
Yeah.
And they said, don't play that shit. That's Big Pun. Don't do that. Don't do what, fat you talking about?
The reason why 6ix9ine is saying bring Big Pun's son, because Fat Joe is talking that integrity, morals, and principle stuff. And when it comes to the streets, right? Again, by your rules, isn't it thorough if you take care of your dead homie's family? If you do right by them with the business? You can't say, hey, the streets got a set of codes. I'm only going to follow this code. Your homie died. You're supposed to take care of the family to the utmost. You're supposed to make sure they straight. Yo, I don't care if he signs to you. You're supposed to make sure, hey, bruh, right? The money go to the right
just
place.
out the muscle, yeah.
Well,
I mean, if you can, though, you're not forced. You're not forced, but if you can,
they've been accusing Fat Joe of stealing money that they deserve from Big Pun's discography for years. Fat Joe even came out at some point and said that he gave him $1 million, and he said that's not true.
Right, so when she came to me and told me that, we did 2 projects and we got her, not us, we didn't take $1, we got her $1 million for her and the family. Now she ran through it because she was used to spending that money. She comes back, I write her a check out my pocket, boom, and I'm like, yo, it ain't no more after this.
Big Pun wife will say that's cap. She never received $1 million from Fat Joe.
Gang, how the hell do you run through $1 million, man? Nah.
And they filed a lawsuit against Fat Joe. And as far as I know, I think she either won the lawsuit or the lawsuit is still currently going on. But they sued Fat Joe because Big Pun was receiving royalties and none of the money was going to the family. Fat Joe would tell him, hey, man, listen, man, ain't no money coming in, man, listen, it's going to prior obligations. But then they would do like their research and they'll find out, no, there's actually money coming in and the money is actually being collected by someone.
And so we find ourselves in situations like Liza Rios has with Joe Cartagena, Fat Joe, where, you got to file a lawsuit to figure out what actually happened and to find out where is the money. So today, although Fat Joe's lawyers originally filed an answer in the case, they subsequently filed a motion to dismiss, as did Jelly's Jams, not claiming that they don't owe any money, but just making technical legal arguments that basically saying that Liza can't sue them for one reason or another. We feel pretty good about the hearing. There was a hearing that took place today, oral arguments for our side and for Jelly's Jams and Fat Joe to talk about why we believe that they should be kept in this case and why we believe that they basically had fiduciary duties, meaning a higher standard than a breach of contract standard to pay Liza monies that were due her husband so that her family can benefit. You asked if it was a rehashing. Well, in some ways it's the same issue. The big question is where's the money, right? So, and there's some new information has come to light just of late that is setting some light on what happened to the money. And so that's really why this lawsuit is being filed now. Over time, you're supposed to get royalties twice a year or whatever, and most of the time the accounts are saying they're unrecouped. So when an artist is getting statements that say they're unrecouped, there's really no reason for them to think that there should be money there. In this particular case, we found the reason to believe that there really should be some more money there. And that is that we found out that in foreign territories overseas, that the writer splits are not properly reflected for the songs the way they should have been. And that's indicating that there was some money that was collected there that shouldn't have been collected. So that's where we're after. We're trying to pursue that. Actually, the important thing is that now artists are also getting paid for that money. ASCAP and BMI, the traditional, rights of services.
From my perspective, is objectively worse than telling on criminals. That's just me, though. Okay, like that's just me. All right. But Joe, let me know in the comment section what y'all think. All right. And if you're watching this video,
collect the money for your dead friend, bro. I ain't gonna lie, that's definitely way worse than ratting, bro. But ratting, bro, is crazy, gang. I mean, 6ix9ine case is not that crazy. Y'all don't find it that crazy because it's not his man's. You know what I mean? But if it was his man's, it would have been crazy, gang. Because that's crazy. But